So most of the books that I talk about on Casting Across are books that have been out for a while, but I'm certainly not opposed to talking about new books. I enjoy sharing good things when they come across my desk. Today's title might be the quickest release to review that I have done up to this point, but it certainly warrants it. I'll talk about why that is and what this title is today on Casting Across. Hi, Matthew of castingacross.com, where I explore the core and culture of fly fishing. So I get a lot of books across my desk. It's awesome. They're sent by the publishers. I buy them. People pass them along to me. And one of the great things about fly fishing books is the vast majority of them are good. There's not a lot of books that I've read a few chapters and gotten rid of. That said, there are some books that are in that top tier. And the book I'm talking about today is certainly right there. And that's why even though it just came out in the last few weeks, I wanted to share it with you. I mean, I even have more content about this book coming out, but I wanted to get it out there as soon as I could about how much I enjoyed it, hopefully so you can pick it up and enjoy it as well. And that book is Waterlines by Riverhorse Nakadate. So its subtitle is A Life on Marshes, Rivers, Seas, and in the Rain. And water, as the title certainly indicates, is all throughout this entire book. Riverhorse did a phenomenal job, and I'll talk about the book in a second, but I just want to sing the praises of the good folks at Patagonia. I have been just incredibly impressed with the publication quality of books that come out of Patagonia's publishing arm. I have 5 or 6 over here, and each and every one of them is put together beautifully. Awesome hardback books. The illustrations are always great. In this particular book, they were done by Sarah Stevens, and when I talked to Riverhorse last week, he did nothing but talk about how great she did and how well she captured his stories in the watercolors that show up in this book. So kudos to Patagonia. Kudos to Sarah Stevens for what they put into this book. So what is Waterlines? This is another example of someone talking about their experiences on the water. This may be the most common type of fly fishing book out there. But what Riverhorse does so very well is capture that aspect of fly fishing that you appreciate, that I appreciate, which is the value of the journey and all of the intricacies therein. Certainly, fish are the destination, and they're great, and we appreciate them. But in as much as we can have a wonderful time when we don't see fish, when we miss the big fish, when we only catch one fish because of the drive and the coffee and the food and the friends and the scenery and the other animals, that is something that he captures incredibly well. There's humor there. It's well written. There's a certain narrative flow from the beginning to the end of the book, although they are essentially disconnected stories from each other. But taken as a whole, you definitely see a little bit of progress in the story. But that kind of intangible aspect of why so many of us love fly fishing and love integrating it into the rest of our time outdoors, Riverhorse does such a great job of writing, and again, an exceptional author. You know that he knows writing, you know that he knows literature, you know that he knows English, and you pick that up here. But it's such an accessible book, not just for anglers, but for anybody who wants to read about outdoors, outdoor adventure, stuff like that. Something else that I think is really comes through is that he's a storyteller at heart. He's the kind of guy where I would love to listen to more of his stories. And when I talked to him, he elaborated on what was in here, and he added more stories that kind of framed some of the things that were here, and then brought up things that were outside of the book, but definitely fed into the same ideas and motifs that he brings up here. He's just a natural storyteller, and that comes through in Waterlines. Something else that I think is really great is that although we have different worldviews, different perspectives, live in different places, both from reading the book and having a conversation with him, you definitely sense that Venn diagram that fly fishers share. That is to say, you may be two very different people, but because of fly fishing, because of stewarding creation and enjoying the outdoors, there's this great shared center that that we can all appreciate, and that we can come together and find such common ground in. And that comes through here, regardless of where you are, kind of politically, how you fish, where you fish. You know, he fishes out of Texas, but he goes all over the world. And one of the amazing things is that it's not like a travel log where you're getting notes from his you know, incredibly high-end adventures. There's a very down-to-earth perspective in how Riverhorse travels and where and how he fishes. The last thing, and I'll just say it one more time, this is top-tier fly fishing writing. One of the best books I've read this year, certainly even in the last few years. So I heartily recommend Waterlines by Riverhorse Nakadate. I kind of hesitated to make this video because I have more content coming out. I spent about an hour and a half talking to him recently, and that's going to turn into an article. So it would be probably more self-serving to wait and do this video when I can point to the link below where that interview and the article is with him. But I just wanted to get this book out there as soon as I could. Obviously, Patagonia is going to do a good job of publicizing it. Riverhorse is on a book tour. If he's coming to a location near you, a bunch of different fly fishing events, outdoor events, and Patagonia stores, definitely check that out. But pick this one up. Again, this is being released in the middle of the summertime. This would be a great vacation book, but this would be a book for any angler, anytime. I have truly enjoyed it. So if you want to know where you can get your copy and to get more details on this book, check out the links below. Then head over to castingacross.com for the 3 posts a week on the people, places, and things that go into the pursuit of fish.